I've done a video on how school principals steal money from Kenyans, poor families. I'm going to repeat this video, give details, repeat until we have these heinous acts have ended or stopped in this country completely. My analysis here is not going to be based on just politics. We are going to go to the social life, the local life people undergo here. Yes, challenges are there, but there are those who steal Kenyan funds. We must point them out. I gave an example here that school principals who are in charge of various funds in the school, they ensure who is a bursar, they ensure that the bursar is their friend. These people, they ensure that they have pocketed the BOM chairman, the PTA parent, the person who comes to convince parents to pay money for construction. These are the same people who are going to ensure that they are friends with MPs. So they come up with various acts. I mean, not even an act. They just come up with various projects within the school, and through these projects, they steal money from Kenyans and also the parents. I give an example, and I want to repeat it here today. A principal sits down with the PTA and the BOM. They decide they need to buy a bus. So they tell every parent to pay 2,000 shillings every time for buying a bus at the end of the year. The parents pay the money because they can't question your kid will be intimidated from school. If you don't finish school fees, will be chased away from school. So they simply pay. They pay the money. From this money, not much can be accounted for. Not much can be accounted for. A bus is bought, but you don't even know how much it was bought. But when they want to buy it, they come for you. School principals, they decide projects in the schools. They feel like a school needs a story building. When they do that, yes, it's good to improve infrastructure, but must you steal from Kenyans? Because you realize a principal, right now as you speak, is owning hardware through a proxy company or someone, through some proxies. This hardware is the one that supplies materials to the same constructions. The principal ensures that there are constructions going on in school for him to get money for his what? Hardware. Just to be a customer of his own. So he does not care the parents are going through pain. So as a result, you realize that constantly money is being taken from parents for construction. They're told to pay money for construction of this and that. So money pay. You realize that a school is being built, a building is being constructed in school, while the principal is also doing another construction in his home. So they exaggerate, they overprice the amount of money that is needed for certain project. So as the school, maybe for instance at TIPA, as it takes bricks to school, maybe three lorries taking to school, 2 take to his home. So constructions occur concurrently, meaning that they are also benefiting. They are part of the budget of the schools. This is the time where you can find a school principal. He is the person who is buying properties across the country. Across the country, people are buying properties, land in prime areas, putting up buildings, and their salaries do not match the amount of money they are using in constructions and acquiring other properties. And EACC has not reached out to these people. It has not. School principals decide how long they stay in schools. I want to give you an example, not by mentioning the name. There's a school I know someone has stayed there for more than almost 10 years plus. And this person is there against the law, because you realize that a principal should be in a school for maximum 5 years and then is moved to another place. While others are being reshuffled, TSC ensures this person is maintained. Why? Chums, some money, and then you relax. So you realize that this principal has been here, but he's been a principal in this school for long. Simply you realize that it is stealing that they're doing at the local level, so he does not want to leave that region. I give an example here how MPs work with them. An MP comes to a school. There are some that are tough. But an MP comes to school and says, you want a building? Yes. Which one? A story building here. Here? Where? Here. You are shown the place. So from there, the MP agrees with the principal. I'm bringing the contractor, but you supply this and that. And then mimi nataka hivi na hivi. What do I mean by nataka hivi na hivi? The principal, actually they simply quote a higher price for that construction. So that higher price for that construction, which means that if a building was costing 5 million, they doubled to 10 million. As a result, you find that the MP is taking the 5 million, the principal is taking 5 million, or even the principal can take 1 million, and you realize that the MP, okay, takes 4 million. So how much money could 5 million, how many students could have benefited from the 5 million shillings, particularly on CDF? If that money was kept to CDF, how much money could have been used? That's why we say when we want the MPs not to have NCGDF, we mean that we want to avoid stealing. Nobody conducts checks and balances on these people. Nobody. So they use the money the way they want. So therefore, the school principals have come together have joined with the members of parliament to ensure that they have stolen votes. They have stolen money from Kenyans. And this is what we discourage across the country. As we speak today, there are schools that you go there, you realize a teacher just wants some project to be done. Maybe say the agriculture teacher, every student to bring 100 shillings for this. Parents give them. They go to school. When they go to school, you realize the 100 shillings not even a quarter of what was needed, simply because they want to raise money for some things. And someone just pockets the money like that. Let me just remind you some of the things that the parents are going through. A parent goes back home from work, he does not have money in the pocket. You find your kid there. You decide to sell a cow to take this kid back to school. After doing that, you are again told, add more fee for this, for construction, add more money for construction. Where is my parent going to get the money from? As if that is not enough. Some parents even don't have money to pay. They take maize, beans, they take to schools. This money they take, these commodities they take to school, they stand for school fees. Then you add more money and say this parent needs to add this. Already these people are sleeping njaa at home, but you still want more money from them. We have to reach a point where we as a country, we do not allow this kind of stealing. We want the ESCC to investigate all the school principals across the country. William Ruto must watch this. People are suffering. People are making others to suffer back in the villages. It is important, if we have these school fees being regulated well, and in addition amount of schools that is being in schools, it is not done because the principal wants. It must be assessed, it's necessary, and it must be included on the payments of school fees that happens through the eCitizen, for instance. If there's a school you know that the principal is stealing from parents, let me see on the comment section, because we want to point them out until they learn. That is my video there and there. If this is the first time watching our videos, please make sure that subscribe, like, and comment, because that is the best support you can give this channel. My name is Isabel Mokua.